Good morning, this is Cardiff News Plus. It's 11 o'clock, I'm Wiktoria Lewandowska. Residents of Cathays have witnessed a shocking increase in vehicle vandalism and car windows being smashed. There have been new cars reported each week in the area with similar damages. The police have been informed about these crimes, but the community are struggling to see a long-term solution. Lucia Brienza reports.
Cathays has now become a threatening place for car owners. Smashed glass is a regular sight on the pavements, but the culprits remain a mystery. Lauren Griffiths lives in Cathays, and early last week her car was targeted. The left window of her car was smashed and her bag was stolen from the back seat.
It's just a nightmare, to be honest, because it's just one thing after another. It's like not even necessarily if you see the thing happen, but you'll walk past and you can see glass on the street constantly. You just know that you're not the first person that it's going to happen to, and you know you're not going to be the last either.
People have been paying up to £200 in repairs for these smashed windows. With the glass just swept aside and the lack of CCTV, residents believe there's no real deterrent for this issue. Now, many local people say they've stopped parking in Cathays. The council knows about the problem and have raised it with South Wales Police. Norma Mackey is the Labour councillor for Cathays.
We know, fully aware that there's been an increase in car vandalism, breaking of windows, as such like in Cathays, and we've been discussing that with the local police to see what can be done to sort of try and stop it. It seems to have moved from other parts of the city where I know there was the same sort of incidents going on.
South Wales Police made a statement saying it takes just seconds to smash a window, steal something and leave the area, but officers continue to try and prevent this and other crime in Cathays with regular patrols, both in uniform and plain clothes. They ask for drivers to remember to remove all items, particularly those of value, and lock doors, as unfortunately there are individuals who will take advantage. Lucia Brienza, Cardiff News Plus, Cathays.
Wales has announced plans to become a smoking-free nation by the end of the decade. Earlier this year, smoking was banned in playgrounds, school grounds, and hospital grounds. While some appreciate the government's move, others believe that their personal choice must be respected. Shivangi Pandey has more details.
The Welsh Government's priority list includes bringing smoking rates down. Currently, around 14% of people in Wales smoke, but the government believes it can reduce it to less than 5% by 2030. The new plans will also look at how publicly funded organizations could become smoke-free and will help workforces to get advice and support to give up cigarettes. This plan is receiving mixed responses from the people of Cardiff. Robert Ings is a retired painter and decorator. He has been smoking since he was 15 years old. He says he regrets smoking and struggles to get around the house.
It's ruined my life, smoking. I got this horrible disease now. Going up the stairs is a nightmare for me. Well, just walking over the shop, I get out of breath. Cleaning the house, I get out of breath. You know, it just carries on and on and on, and it gets worse as you get older.
But not everyone is happy with the government's target to bring down smoking rates. Matthew Locker is a heavy smoker and works at Live Lounge as a bar supervisor. He says the government will struggle to implement this plan.
I think it's a difficult issue. So you want to nudge people towards it for health benefits, but also you don't want to be too hard line on it, because then you're always going to get pushed back. So for example, like smoking bans and etc. One that always comes up is banning smoking on public streets and walkways. I think something like that would get a lot of pushback and there'd be a lot of rejection of this kind of initiative.
But for those who are campaigning to make Wales smoking-free, it's a welcoming development.
Smoke-free actually means a smoking prevalence of 5% or less, and as a tobacco control organisation, that's brilliant news for us. You know, smoking is the leading cause of preventable disease in Wales, and it costs our NHS over £302 million each year. So anything to curtail smoking prevalence is a big win in our books.
Smoking is the #1 cause of death in Wales. It is also considered to be one of the leading causes of health inequalities. Even after decades of debate, the regulation of smoking still remains a contentious issue. Shivangi Pandey, Cardiff News Plus.
That's all from us. Join us for our next bulletin at 1:30. Goodbye.